this for someone who's looking to get into it for the first time, or it's got a hobby, or just can't figure out how to hit the ball?
Yes,
off a tee?
at all.
Yeah.
So, and that's how that's why we started it.
We help people with ideas get them to revenue.
All right. Well, welcome to podcast number 32. Today we've got an extremely special guest. We've got Doreen Raftery.
Hello.
Welcome.
Thanks for having me.
Awesome. And this, you're the inventor of KlockItGolf.
Yes.
Procked in front of us.
Yes.
Let's first, like, always start off by, let's let everybody know what KlockItGolf is. Like, where did it start?
It's a golf training tool that I had come up with. During the pandemic, I started golfing, and I was very bad at golfing, and I needed to practice, but I wanted to practice at my own home without any eyes on me. So I came up with a prototype, which was, the original prototype was a pair of ladies' nylons, a golf ball, and a spike, and I put it into our backyard, and I would get out and swing and practice my swing with it.
Okay,
it
so
great.
you're practicing your swing.
Yes, practicing my swing, because I would miss the ball when I was at the golf course. When I would get up to the tee, I would miss the ball continuously.
It's not embarrassing at all.
I know, right? It's so frustrating. So I knew I needed something that I could use in my own yard
To get comfortable.
Yes, and just to have my own eyes on it, and that's it. So I came up with this, and then my husband Steve came out and saw it and said, I think we have something here.
Wow.
So then after many iterations, it's now KlockItGolf.
Okay, so it helps it helps you get confident with your swing.
Absolutely.
Can you use it as a tee, like, so you can put a tee on it?
You can put a tee on it. You can use it in the sand. We brought it to the beach. You can use it at the beach.
Wow.
You really can use it. You can bring it to the golf course. So right before, if they don't have a driving range, or sometimes if you get to.
Well, you're always waiting for a party in front of you to move on.
Exactly. You get to hole number 3, and you just, I'm famous for finding a leaf, a rock, or whatever, and start hitting it just to practice.
I used to find like an old broken tee.
Exactly, and hit.
That.
So this, you can just turn it right into the ground and take a few shots, and you'll be good to go.
And you don't have to chase the ball.
And you don't have to chase the ball. That's the most important. Especially when you're using it in your backyard, you don't have to worry about, sometimes even with the nets, you have to worry about missing the net and hitting a neighbor's window or yard. Their house. So now you just, the ball just swings right around.
So
You don't have to worry about chasing it.
Practice the rough. You can take it to
Yes,
practice
you can
like
anywhere.
a well-groomed. Wow.
Yes, which is great.
Like, we loved it when we first saw it, and I know this is, it's not to be arrogant or conceited where you think, every golf product does it, but like, there's golf products that, like, you just know have a sincere purpose, and I think that's the part that, hearing it from you, I think that's the part that resonated with us even more, right? There's a sincere purpose for whether you're a beginner or not. I am not a great golfer, but when we went out and did the video shot, practicing with this, I think my shot ended up being on your commercial.
Yes,
and that's not normal in my world. Like, normally we are looking for my ball collectively before we get on the next one, but being able to use this before you actually tee up is like a dramatic improvement. And I think, like, for me, it just kept my head on the ball.
Yes.
Instead of looking up, where's my ball going this time?
Well, that's the problem, because once you pick your head up, you start slicing your ball left and right. But with KlockItGolf, you keep your head down because you know the ball's not going anywhere. It's just going to spin right around. And one of the other important factors is that it's a real golf ball. So that makes a difference, because a lot of the other products have fake plastic balls. And for me, I just wanted something that was the same as what I was using when I got to the golf course.
Well, since you brought it up, what other competitors, like, who else is in the market that does something similar? How is this better?
Well, I won't give any names.
No,
but
fine.
there are. There was one in particular that I used at the beginning, and it would spin in a different direction, and it was a fake golf ball. So, and
Okay.
again, for me, it just didn't work for me.
No.
But I'm sure there are other people that enjoy it.
Well, no, that's part of the clock it experience, is that you're actually getting to clock the ball the way it's supposed to be, right?
Exactly.
So,
exactly.
How easy is this to use?
It's so easy. I mean, you just
So maybe what we should let's open one, right? So it comes
Sure.
in this great packaging.
Yep.
And so what do you get in it? Let's start.
So
with that.
yes. So the packaging itself is quite smashing.
Yeah.
It has
This here.
the box.
Oh, wow.
Has
So
the
you've got
grass,
the turf
fake.
in the grass,
Yes, the
in the
turf.
box.
We love that. And then the instructions. It comes with a golf bag
Oh, so you can
that you
carry
can
it
use.
with you.
You can carry it anywhere at the golf course. You can put it right in the bag and then put it right into your
Gotcha.
Your golf cart.
Yeah, that'll fit in my side bag easily.
Yes,
Okay.
yes. And now you untwirl it. Here you go. And here's the real golf ball. And it's all you have to do is just screw it right into the ground.
Okay. So a nice
And-
comfortable handle to put it into the ground just so
Yes.
everybody can see, very well thought out. There's a little that has
A
to
safety,
Yeah. All right.
yes.
So you can keep that so it doesn't poke through your bag afterwards.
Exactly.
But okay, cool.
And just screw it right into the ground, and you screw it so that the 3 inches is above the ground.
okay, so right up to that point.
Yes.
Good.
And then once you hit it, the ball just swings right around and comes back again.
And it doesn't wrap itself around because there's this little device here that you guys and our team
Yes.
just figured out how to just keep that spinning.
Exactly.
Because there's a lot of inertia that goes into
Yes.
the hitting of the ball.
It's true.
So it's amazing to see how this thing winds around, but also this is really about getting the inertia out of the ball so no one gets hurt.
Exactly.
That
Exactly. And
was-
it's a nautical grade cord, so we
Yep.
don't have to worry about that.
Okay.
And a real golf ball.
And a real golf ball.
Yes.
And the connection in the golf ball, we won't get into the secret sauce, but that took us.
That's right. Not easy.
That
But-
in itself is the magic sauce. We're not going to get into that. So, who do you think should buy them? Like, who do you like? You guys
No.
have now been on the market. Who's your
Yes.
actual audience?
So beginner golfers.
Beginner golfers.
We have found we've had a lot of success with that, beginner golfers, because no one wants to go to a driving range and be embarrassed in front of others or just to hit the golf course. And so at least now you can do this in your backyard, you can do it in your side yard, you can bring it to work. There's so many places that you can do it.
You can get your kids started.
Exactly, and kids love it. So that's another area that we found success. But I would say our number one has been beginner golfers.
Okay, and I think that's really good to point out because again, professional or not professional. I could see them looking at this and like, why do you need this? Well, of course they don't.
Right, exactly. They hit the ball every time, so
Right.
it doesn't
yeah,
matter.
Yeah. But this is for someone who's looking to get into it for the first time, or it's got a hobby, or just can't figure out how to hit the ball
Yes,
off a
yes,
tee.
at all.
Yeah.
So, and that's how that's why we started it.
Okay. I love that answer. That's a good one. Let's. We talked about how you got to this point. You guys made the decision that like, where along the way does that decision also say, hey, I've got a, like, how many things were there before you met us, right? Like, so.
Well, it was funny. Even building it, we tried to do a lot. The Amazon truck was just rounding our house every day. I just kept ordering new tools, shopping for different ropes just to see which one would do the best. So we went through a lot of iterations, but then we came to you, which were you people were the godsend.
Well, and you guys had the prototypes that really kind of gave us the ways not to make it.
Exactly.
Right,
Exactly.
and that's
Yes.
that's a huge step, right? Because everyone thinks, oh, you just get this idea and it just magically turns into a product.
Oh no, not at all.
It's I got the gray hairs and the bags under the eyes to prove it. That's
Exactly. So you helped us, walk us through each iteration of our final product. Say,
so if
this
I remember,
works, this doesn't, this.
we really worked on the handle and how to connect the
Yes.
rope, right? Like
Yes.
those were the two final things that we really wanted to make it into
Exactly.
a product, right?
Yes.
So
And that was the key, especially the connection, the eyelet.
the eyelet, right?
Yes.
Well, and I remember even on the eyelet, there was a time where we went on the photo shoot and Dan's broke, right?
Yes,
Finally
yes.
let go, and then we realized we had to round the eyelet even more than
Right,
we originally thought.
right.
So,
So that was our big one. But for everything else, I think it went rather smoothly. I thought,
well, all things considered, yeah.
and it was a pandemic,
yeah.
so we had every
Every challenge that was in front of us
roadblock
was
that could possibly. But that's all right.
Did you guys, has this been patented any time? Okay, so you guys do have a patent. Well,
Yes.
talk to me about that process. What, you guys went and did it before or after or in the middle? Like when did we?
It was right in the middle.
Right in the middle.
That we
Okay.
did it,
So that's
yes.
how we recommend it because I'm sure we were able to find more patentable items at that point. Right?
Yes, yes.
And what's that process like? Because we get asked that a lot. Because again, it's not included in our program, but it's part of part of the process, right? And
Yes.
that's something that not every product needs or can get patented.
Yes.
I think in this case we found a lot of things that were patentable, and I think
That's
just
exactly it. I always thought that the actual product, but it's key pieces on the product that is actually what your
got you.
patent. And it was your company that it was someone that you were working with.
We
that
referred.
they had a lawyer that you referred to us.
Good, okay.
Which was wonderful, and he's been great, and we're still working with him.
Good. And
So it's great.
That's part of the process, right?
Yes,
But
yes.
again, putting money into a patent for us early stage until you know what you're patenting is we get those a lot, right?
Oh,
and
sure.
I wish I could get some of that money back.
Yes.
And I'm not saying that patenting isn't an important part of the process. It's just I think it needs to be done exactly when you guys did because you
Right.
hit it. It's not necessarily the entire product. It's just parts of it.
Yes, it's amazing the small things that you learn along the way.
Did you guys hire any other like a prototype or Steve and you did all the prototypes?
Oh no! Yes, no. We did all
Wow.
the prototypes.
Okay.
Yes,
Huge kudos
when I
there.
tell you,
That's-
yes, we started from. We were like I said, Amazon, Lowe's, Home Depot. We were trying every combination possible
So-
until we found exactly what we wanted.
Collectively between all of us, we know about 1,000 ways not to
Oh,
make
it's
this,
crazy!
right? Yeah.
It's crazy.
All right.
But I love the end product because it's so durable, which is my favorite part.
Well, and I mean, when all things considered, at how many times you're hitting the ball,
Right.
and how often, and how strong, and how hard, like that's a variable that, quite honestly, we don't even think. Yeah, and
Right.
Steve brought this up, so the ball is probably not going to last as long as the product.
Right. So as I always like to tell people, no golf ball lasts forever.
Right.
So we came up with
So
a
I know you're
quick
the
connect.
idea person. You
Yes.
said we. Does that mean Steve actually has a little credit here? All right. Steve did a great job by coming up with the replacement ball idea.
The replacement ball, and
with a nice carabiner that, like, when that
it's a
does,
quick connect, right?
Yep.
Right
cut,
to the.
cut the old robo. And I'm
Right.
assuming going forward, this is going to be the way the product's going to be made with just with the carabiner to start, right?
Going forward, we talked about that.
Yeah,
yes.
on the
next round.
And look, I for a self plug here, this is what we do talk about to a lot of our clients is that iteration of products doesn't like. There's just nobody smart enough to say this is everything. Perfection kills profitability. That's number one.
Yes.
Getting started is more important than getting perfect. And, being able to make an adjustment on your second iteration that's good. That's
Yes,
the way it's
yes.
supposed to be, right?
Absolutely.
So, because would we have known this if we didn't go through some
True.
of the stages, right?
Very
so
true.
we couldn't figure, there's just things you just don't know until you know.
Yes.
And then the solution's easy. Let's just do this and
Right.
make
so
it
we
go.
have that, and the other thing that we've added is we are doing impact tape. So that gives some feedback because people always want to know a little bit of feedback.
Okay.
So you put it on your golf club, and then when you hit it, it'll show you where you're hitting the
Wow.
ball. So that's another piece to this as
It's
well.
part of the training tool.
That's
right?
exactly. So we're slowly growing. We know what we have to add, subtract.
Yeah, next
So-
are going to be videos on how not
Yeah.
to slice, how to
Exactly,
how to hold your club.
exactly.
Yeah, look at anybody out there that's teaching beginner golfers the game.
Yes.
This is a perfect product that you should actually, if they're being hired for a series of classes, this should be included that they can go home and practice their own hits, right? So
Yes.
expand. This is just one of those great training tools that people get to experience. And if you're, like I said, if you're teaching, this is a great
Yes.
tool to have in your bag.
We actually we were with a rec department last year, and all of the students got a KlockItGolf, and they used
Oh,
it
wow.
for the 6 lessons.
Yeah.
And it was perfect, and that the instructor was saying how much he liked it because there were no chasing balls. So we said, you can only imagine with all of these kids how many balls we're chasing.
Well,
So we said it was perfect.
So if you had a piece of property and you wanted to turn this into your next,
Yes.
you don't need a driving range.
Right.
You just need a range.
Right. That's it.
You just nobody has to drive the little truck to pick up all the balls. No one has to. All right. There's a
perfect.
business model for someone that wants to start that. All right. So the patent's going well. Did you also get the trademark?
We did.
We did. Okay.
Yes.
And Well, I'll just, the trademark, how important is that?
I
you
feel
feel?
like top to bottom,
Yeah.
all of it is so
It
important.
is.
So key.
It is. Well, if you guys are on Amazon, being able to be brand specific or
Right.
brand registered on Amazon, that's a huge
Yes.
key, right? Being
Yes.
able to not be knocked off as far as the KlockIt name, the KlockIt logo, so that, I always look at it when someone sends me an idea, you're going to buy this, I look at the logo. If that's the logo that matches up, right,
Yes.
that's the one
Yes.
I'm buying. So
Right.
I think that's important. How did you guys find us? How did you find 52 Launch?
Funny enough, when in the midst of us making and recreating, and we saw a commercial.
Oh, okay.
And we were watching Shark Tank, like the whole free world does, and your commercial came up.
Okay.
And that's why it was due to your commercial that we even reached out to you.
Well, no,
Yes.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
So along the way, and I think we've touched a little bit on it, self-plug time.
Yes.
How important was our team?
So important.
And
Just because when you're bringing a product to market, you don't know all the ins and outs. You don't. You can pretend that you do, and you can read all the books, and you can Google
Right.
away, which we did. We Googled everything, and we read books about it. But this is what you do. So you knew, the millions of steps that we could cut out in between.
Right.
You knew things that we didn't know in terms of.
and I'm sure there's things
The
we both learned
timeline.
along the way that
Yes.
neither one of us knew, right? Like
Right.
every product is so specific to like things we don't know. And look, I don't ever say that we're a perfect process. And there's days that I'm sure we're scary and hairy, and there's days, but at the end of the day, I think we always work towards a solution and got
Oh,
there.
absolutely, absolutely. So, and which I said at the very beginning, you were a godsend, because I'm not sure that the product would have made it to where it is today
Wow. Well, I
if we
appreciate
didn't
that.
have your guidance.
Cool. Well,
Yes,
we can
highly
end that
recommend
right
it.
here. No, but we have more. Well, specifically, I wanted you guys on because you're also in market now, right? And
Yes.
this is a little bit different than we usually do a product. We didn't have this set up. We were moving from the other office to this office, and we were never able to get you guys to come in and do a podcast, which was good.
Yes.
Because I think let's talk about all the things that you guys are doing now to get this product out there.
Well, it is grassroots. I mean, the marketing that we've been doing on our own. We did a lot of. We've done a trade show. We've done a lot during the holidays. We did a lot of holiday shows,
Yeah.
and we had great success.
Good.
We've been reaching out to different people. Actually, we were featured now twice in Golf Magazine. And last week, I had no idea. I was featured in Katie Couric.
Wow. Okay.
Yes. And a friend reached out and said, "Why didn't you tell us?" And I said,
'Cause I didn't even know.
I had no idea. So it wasn't until later in the day that I was going through the emails, and her editor had reached out and said, we love your product, and we
Wow.
want to feature you. And I said, this is amazing.
That is amazing.
Yeah,
And-
so it
and
was great.
So in the being featured, did you guys see a spike in sales, or was
Oh,
that
huge spike in sales.
okay?
Across during the holidays, when we were out promoting ourselves, with different events, there were huge spike in sales. And then when golf did another piece on us,
Yep.
spike, and when Katie, it was through
Awesome.
the roof. It was fabulous.
And so a week after Katie airs, the spike's gone, right?
The spike is gone.
Okay.
The spike is gone, but at least you still get the dribble.
No, so the validation's there, right? So
Sure.
the challenge is how do you get the spikes every day?
Right.
And the only way you get the spikes every day is just you have to continually put yourself out there, right?
Correct.
So this is again why I wanted you guys to come in with the podcast, so we can start talking about to get you guys out there, right? In any format, in any way. So again, I ask everybody that watches, listens, and is part of this podcast, take up KlockIt Golf, help them out, get
Right.
one so that you can use it. But then also, if you know someone or have the ability to help an entrepreneur, because
Yes.
that's everyone thinks, oh, this product is brought to us by some big company.
No,
No, you
No.
and Steve are.
that's right.
I'm not saying regular people because
Yeah.
you're entrepreneurs,
I know.
but you're regular people.
Yes, that we're not scared to dive in.
Right. So help them out. That's the part.
Yes, and I thank you.
Well, what are the next steps? So just grinding right now.
We're grinding.
Grinding.
Yep, that's it. We're still, hopefully, every day something new comes across. in terms of whether it be someone that wants to write an article, or an introduction from, by someone. So I feel as though every day there's there's a takeaway to the day.
Right.
And today you're our takeaway,
I'd
which
love
is
to
great.
be. Happy to be.
Yes. So we'll see we'll see in the future who reaches up to.
So if someone reaches out to you and said, like, if they're a sizable influencer, what's your process? Would you can they get a sample from you? Or
Sure.
Okay.
Yes, absolutely. And the other thing that we have had a little bit of luck, but we're really pushing right now, is to find buyers for some of the stores,
Okay.
for the Dick's, the Marshalls, the TJ Maxx, Kohl's, Costco, BJ's, any of the stores at all. So if anyone knows any buyers anywhere, please reach out to us.
Yeah, let's get them involved.
Yes,
because,
it's a great product for those stores.
well, so our relationship is we can make as many of these as you guys can sell.
Yes,
right, and that's the
right.
part that again, this is a co-effort. We have the scalability, we have the processes, we have everything done. We've got the things that we've learned along the way, so that we've got the next round that's improved. But we've started, and that's
Yes.
a huge kudos to you guys for getting this point. And it's probably a long list, and I'm always humble about asking this question, but what could we have done better or differently?
You know what? And it's not so much what you could have done differently. I think it's more about us, because we were new. So we wanted to test the waters everywhere.
Right.
So it wasn't so much that, because everything you did was great, was fabulous for us. But at the beginning, you just think, because so many people were approaching us, you thought, well, maybe if we just tried
Yeah.
this, we go down this avenue, we'll have an even bigger spike in sales.
Right.
You have to test the waters before. So, which is great, because we've learned so much by doing that. And I also feel as though you kind of get comfortable sometimes. We would
Right.
get comfortable just assuming that people were going to do their job, which as a business owner, never get comfortable. Never,
No.
ever. You always have to be on it.
Yeah.
Which, and I tend to get more comfortable quickly, and whereas Stephen, not so much. Like,
good.
nope,
So you have
nope,
that
nope.
dynamic.
Yes, which
Yeah.
the yin and yang.
That's what I loved
That's
about
why
you
we
guys
work
from the
so well
beginning,
together.
that's why you've been married for so long, right?
Right, exactly. He's been amazing.
Yeah.
So it's
Well,
Yeah,
look,
it's-
I ask that because it's more of an education, right? Like there is a lot of things that you could do. There's no shortage in where you can spend money in advertising dollars.
oh, absolutely.
I think the grassroots part is where, and again, I challenge all my own clients to understand that, like, marketing is marketing, but grassroots is where you learn.
Yeah, right.
Right, and you learn who not to sell to, and who not to
Right.
spend money on, and who not to go and show this to, and that's sometimes
Right.
in itself a tremendous value. Right?
Yes.
Doing it online, it takes money and it takes time to figure that out. It can be done and it translates, but it just takes more time to
It does.
figure that out.
And you have to be patient, and sometimes people just are not patient.
Well, it's patience, but it's money too, right?
Yes,
So
yes,
it's
and
a
that-
combination. There's
Yes.
no wrong answer. But to me, confidently knowing that someone has product in and available that's right, then that's just, now we got to convert it, right?
Yes,
So,
yes. I know, and it takes time. You need, the number one thing is patience. Second is money.
so overall, in terms of bringing a product to market, what's the best part of having your own product now?
You know what I love? The amazing people that we've met along the way. We've met so many great people.
Wow.
And which I feel, and I think Stephen feels the same way. There've been so many great people that actually want to help you.
Yeah.
They really do. They'll do whatever they can, and sometimes it's even just to give you a little, I don't know, just kind of a little headway on something that you didn't think was possible. It's that has been my favorite part.
That's amazing.
I love it.
No, and I think that's when you get down this journey, that just puts you in a position to be proud. And look, I think people are helping out because they see your vision, they see the product, and they're
Yes.
like, they're not just helping out because they want to help out. They want to be part of the growth of it.
Right, right. And I do have to say, we did an event, it was a few weeks back, and another thing that I was so excited about, this man came in and he walked in the door and he said, and he took one look at us and he said, I know you people. I've seen you all over Instagram.
Oh, wow.
I could not have been any happier. I thought, oh,
That's
it's
amazing.
working.
Yeah.
It's working. We're getting out there.
This isn't a question of if. This is just a question of when. It's timing, right? So
Right.
Again, if you guys haven't already, I recommend reading the Stephen or Malcolm McDowell or something like that. It's called oh man, it was just on the tip of my tongue. It's got a match on it, and
Yes.
it's
I know this.
you know it.
And I,
Yeah, you can't picture it either. It's the tipping point. The tipping
yeah,
point.
yes. And I
Right.
read it.
You did.
Yes.
And this is exactly where you guys are. It's not. It's just now. It's just a matter of moving forward and keep going. And you've
Right.
got something amazing here. And it's
Right.
You know, like I even say, Sarah Blakely is an overnight success that took 20 years.
She,
She is a phenomenal
Yes.
person to follow as well.
she's
and
amazing.
Yeah.
I always reference her. She was the one that I listened to her, a lot of podcasts will run her stories, and I listened to them
Yeah.
over and over and over again.
I think she's the most real out of everybody that like you can
Sure.
follow in terms of like understanding the due diligence that she did in her product, the belief she had in her product, the ups and downs she went through, and
Absolutely.
just being that conviction. And I be careful with this because like there's conviction that down the wrong path is,
Oh,
is
sure.
not good.
Oh, sure.
But conviction down the right path is what you need.
Yes.
And you just have to. You guys are on the right path, and that's it.
Yes.
Who have you guys ventured into any TikTok at this point with
Not
this,
really.
like golf?
A
All right.
little bit. We started, but it's just not our forte.
I ask it because it's hard,
It
right? It's about
is.
content, and I ask it again because I think what I'd like to do is get a clip. If there's anybody out there that's got golf and that's in the early stages of TikTok and is looking for a product and wants to partner with you guys
Yes.
possibly, help them out with TikTok. If you guys want
Absolutely.
to take on the content creation and get the TikTok
Right.
going, I think this is a viral product on TikTok 100%, but it is. TikTok doesn't work for advertising yet.
Yes.
We're too small. It's a lot of money to be on that at that
Yes.
platform, but getting someone that can help you guys that's just young and out there and looking for a product to endorse or to get paid on, I think Clock It and your skills, whoever you are out there,
Yes.
have a potential to make some money.
Great.
So yeah, I mean, anything else about the journey?
No, just that it's been a great journey. It's been fun. I have no regrets, and I'm sure Stephen doesn't have any regrets. And
Yeah.
we're on to our next product as well.
Yep.
Looking.
We're keeping that a secret.
Yes,
That's
we're
a good
keeping
one.
it a secret.
All right, so I'm just going to do a quick little recap. So first of all, if you're a beginner golfer, must have.
Must
right?
have.
If you just want to practice your swing in your backyard, must have. I can use
Absolutely.
this with any club, right?
Correct.
So drivers right through pitching wedges and sand wedges.
Correct.
I can use this at the beach,
Yes, which is great.
which is phenomenal, right? So you get to bring one club, one tool, and you can go practice.
You're done.
And really, I could set this up in my backyard so that everybody can use one, right? So if I
Yes.
have multiple kids, I'm not waiting for one to fight the other one to get his turn or her turn,
Correct.
right? So a couple of them in the backyard set up just
Yes.
makes this perfect for a golf family that's growing.
And you don't have to worry about taking out the neighbor's windows.
You don't have to worry about taking out the neighbor's windows. That's a really important fact there. and then so really what we're looking for is help. Like so we talked about buyers. Anybody that's out there that's a buyer or is connected to a buyer at any type of golf pro shop that's got the connections. We're very flexible. We can make as many of these as anybody needs to,
Correct.
and we think we're going to need to make a lot of these at some point.
Yes.
That's the goal. So get on board. If you're out there in the social media world and you've got contacts, connections, and you'd like a product for sample, review, third-party content, please reach out. And lastly, if you're someone who's good at creating TikTok content in the golf space, we know the wow factors here. The wow factors is just how easy it is to install. And I think once people see it and understand it, your videos will go viral.
Yes.
And, again, at our age,
Yeah.
it's not, I'll leave TikTok to the younger people. I think that's more important. And I think if you guys are out there, please partner up and reach out for a partnership opportunity.
Yes.
I think that's the best way. We are
Yes.
looking for partners, right?
True.
At this point. So.
True.
Well, look, it was fantastic having you.
Oh, thank you
we
so
love
much.
you guys as clients. This is just, and this is one,
Thank-
this is a product that again, we believe in all of them. And this is just one of them that we really believe that, like, it's got a sincere nature to it because of you.
Yes, thank you so much. Thanks for having us.
Oh, well, our pleasure. So again, if you're out there and you're watching this, this is to kind of help you understand the journey that an entrepreneur and inventor goes through, what the process is, what we do in that process to help make sure it gets done properly. If you know someone, please like us, share us, follow us. And again, if you know someone that can help Doreen and Steve with KlockIt, please reach out, and we would be happy to make all the connections needed to turn this into the home run we know it is.
Thank you.
All right, enjoy your...
Bye. Thank you.